never know that these two riders just will know each other so well.
And of course this section here is not the most difficult up through the town. It's a bit further on when you turn up and it gets quite a bit narrower the road. That is the real section, and you know, Bowen is going to sit in the wheel here. He's not going to do anything try and take the front. His, I think, tactic will be just to try and stay in the wheel of Cancellara to get over this one.
There used to be prizes for the climbs themselves. Used to get preems going over the top of these many years ago, which got huge action by riders. They don't have that sort of thing anymore, where you're out for money prizes for each climb. Cancellara still sitting in place in the front, Bowen quite happy to follow. Yeah, 44 seconds back to our chasing group of riders. They'll be on the lower slopes now. Here they swing right. It's going to get very steep very quickly onto the rougher cobbles, away from the block paving. Now Bowen moves to the right hand side. Cancellara quite happy to let him go there. It gets harder and harder and harder as they go up. The crowd's absolutely manic for this race. They love it here in Flanders. They're still just pacing each other at the moment. Oh, David Miller beginning to suffer on this very steep climb now. Further back, it's Leukemans and Gilbert, who are just pulling away a little bit now from Miller. Standing on the pedals is Tom Bowen, and both of them back inside. It's almost incredible to think that riders like yourself, Sean, and these guys, but they just sit in the saddle up here. I mean, most people are suffering. If you ever ride this as a leisure rider,
the power in, when you start getting out of the saddle, it's difficult to get traction, especially on this section, which is really steep. And as we see Cancellara just, you know, turning up the gas here and really trying to put Bowen under pressure.
Oh, and he is as well. That's fabulous. Oh, he just sits in the saddle and turns the pedal. Oh, what class! And Bowen's struggling. Bowen's struggling to hang on. That is super class. Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, that is brilliant riding by Fabian Cancellara. He just sat there and he's really suffering. He's having to fight the bike up the hills. Tom Bowen being cheered on by a huge crowd of Flandrians. He is their man, but Cancellara is just ridden away at the moment. How far has he made that gap? Well, it's big enough that the cameras can't see it. Where is Fabian Cancellara? Remember, he's got the skills for descending as well. Oh, look at that! That's a massive gap. He's pulled out, what, 300 meters? 250 meters. That is brilliant, and he's just seen he's got it. He's got a ride to the, he's got a time trial to the end now. He's still got the Bosberg to go. That's it. That is a brilliant move. Statement. And now he's got it. Now he's got the bit between his teeth. Tom Bowen knows he's got the world's best time trialist ahead of him, and that he can that world.
You've got the full week. He's just going to, you know, just calculate your effort here, and you know, don't go into the red certainly, because you have to remember the chase is behind, as we see the 45.
He knows he's got it in the bag. He's a very happy man. What's he got here? A little angel of some sort, is it? Oh, he's a very happy man. Fabian Cancellara, he attacked on the Molenberg. He shed most of the major rivals there, and then he attacked again on the Muur and just rode away. I can't really tell what that is. First man to win the Tour of Flanders who wasn't a Belgian was Suter, a Swiss man. A great tradition. Kept on by Fabian Cancellara. He's in terrific shape, and who would bet against him for Paris-Roubaix next weekend? Victory! Go at Paris-Roubaix, which he's already won 3 times. But that was a hard ride for Bowen. Can't take anything away from Fabian Cancellara or that man there. Clearly in super good form, but disappointing. He knows on the day that when a rider of Cancellara's capabilities.
And of course Bowen going for 2 records, as you said.
He's going away as well. He's having to follow Fabian Cancellara at the moment.
Cancellara starting to push on, and it's the position where, you know, a long ways out. Is he going to do it once again today? And 62 kilometers to go here. It's really a long ways out.
He was right. He was riding very well last week in the Tour of Flanders. Sean, he looked very strong.
Yes, and you know, he's coming into shape at the right time in the Tour of Flanders. Starting to show a bit of shape, and you know, to see him here today, that tells us that he is feeling good going in the attack.
It's almost like you're riding in a really small tunnel. There's so much noise. The bike where there's just chaos, and then landing back on Earth afterwards, you know, and it's just all calm, like lovely, you know.
Well, that was Roger Hammond just filling us in on what it's like to ride the Monza Pavele section coming up very shortly. 3 kilometers. Oh, big attack by Fabian Cancellara. Now, I was going to say, when you say he's not on his best day, I was going to say, Sean, he's just lurking. He's just playing it cool. And Bonan thinking, well, do I let him go? Don't. And now Bonan's being forced to react. And this will drag everybody else along. Big dig at the front. He's got away super style from the rest of them. Very difficult.
Yes, well, when you get to 30 seconds...
Look, watch this. This is the slow-mo. Look at the attack. My word. That's enormous acceleration. He just went straight up the inside and he pulled the gap out of, what, 20-30 bike lengths.
You have to rely now on the help of the rest of the riders back there. But will they or can they? That's the question.
Will they or can? One down. Straight past goes Cancellara. And Lookemans, oh, he did this last week. He just hung on to the coattails of other riders. This time he's done it again. He's got onto the rear wheel of Fabian Cancellara. That's a great attack by Cancellara.
Cancellara really, putting on the pressure as Bourne is, as we can see here. So the interesting thing now, once we get over this section, will they ride well together? And Bourne certainly needs some of the riders like Fletch and Whittam if he's going to close down this one. As we see Cancellara rides away from Lookemans.
That is absolutely incredible. Look at this man. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to watch this. Oh! Cancellara. Well, there's not many riders do the double, is there, Sean? One weekend after another.
No, not. And going into this race,
chase down dramatically because they'll get sprung and somebody else will go off the front. There's too many good riders, almost.
Yes, and the problem is still 37 kilometers to go.
The man could blow up, but it's not looking that way, is it, Sean, at the moment, I have to say. No, absolutely the best of his life. He is one of the great riders of his generation. Is he the most complete rider of his generation? I don't know. He's not yet shown us the form that he could win a Grand Tour, but he can certainly knock spots off most people in the time trial. And look at this riding here. A little angel out again, like he had last weekend. Although it's 1.9 kilometers to go. There it is. Same as it was last weekend. 1.9 kilometers to go. Remember, some of that is free there in that white building at the top. And around he comes. He's going to swing through the gates any second. Hard right. And hear the crowd. It's his season. He is number one. Cancellara on top of the world. Smartly in front and comes home for a second place in Paris-Roubaix, and a big clap by Juan Antonio Fletcher. Very good. Is it? Bonan's trying to come around the outside of Hammond. Is Hammond going to get him? He is. Roger Hammond gets Tom Bonan on the line as well. Not a great day in the office for Tom, and all the while that man there just waited. Well, fabulous win for Fabian Cancellara. He showed how strong he was last.